for 3 years now. And like, not by choice. Like, when I even start to drink, I get really anxious. And when I say anxious, I mean like my body has a physiological response. I'm 28 and sober, but when I was 24, I was like Little Miss drunk club party girl. Straight hair, mini dress, guys that I don't actually like texting me all the time and me sometimes deciding to text them back. Just a lot of flavored vodkas. I know. Just a lot of flavored vodkas. It got to the point where when we would go to clubs, the bouncers would all smile at me and not like, oh, hi, nice to see you smile, like the creepy smile. I was living with my friend Casey, and we were living in Valley Village. We had this really nice apartment. I was paying for most of the apartment, but Casey had this thing where she would treat me like I was like barely scraping by, like I was the shitty one, like riding her coattails, and acting like I was kind of this like shitty roommate. And like, granted, I wasn't the best roommate, but she was just treating me like I wasn't paying more than she was. And Casey had this cat named Garrison that I hated. First off, we weren't supposed to have cats in the building anyway, but I really hated this cat. And she acted like this cat was like running the house, and I was paying for most of the apartment. I really hated this cat. So I get home one night and I wasn't blacked out. I was like in and out, browned out, you know, where it's like basically not a lot of fun to communicate with me. Casey's not there when I get home, and I'm like, well, fuck it, I clearly need a shower. So I just think I'm just gonna jump in the shower and then go to bed. In the shower, I realize, and it's weird because I remember realizing it, that I am actually blacked out. Like, I need to get out of the shower, I need to dry off, like, what am I doing? And then I realized that I never put the towels in the dryer that morning, which may have been something that Casey asked me to do, and Garrison is right there. So this next piece of logic, look, I'm not sure it was perfect, but this is just, I was blacked out. Garrison was there. The dryer was far. So I picked up the cat by his head and I used him to dry my body. So the night goes on, and now my hate for Garrison is probably mutual. But that's not the end of the story. So I'm at work the next day. I'm working at this community college, and I noticed that one of the walls is like rippling. And I'm like, oh, this is an acid flashback. No, wait, you've never done acid. Weird, what's going on? Don't tell anyone that the wall is rippling. Act normal, act normal. So then my brain kicks in a little and like, oh shit, I have alcohol poisoning. I need to go to the hospital. Because that morning I'd had a hangover, but it wasn't like an epic hangover, so I didn't think I was like in danger. And then I realized as I get up from my desk that everyone is out to get me. And if I don't do something about it soon, someone is going to kill me. So I pick up my computer and I throw it into the wall. And I say, I know you all are trying to get me. And everybody's like, what the fuck is happening? So when I'm admitted to the hospital, I'm like yammering on something about Obama taking me to an island, something. As they're examining me in the hospital, turns out I have a bunch of claw and bite marks from a cat kind of all over me. And they're asking logical questions like, how did you get a cat bite mark on the inside of your butt cheek? I, of course, don't really have a good answer for this. Something you may not know about cats is that if you get scratched or bitten too much, there's an actual poison that gets released into your body. And if you get too much of this, it causes something called feline distemper. So some side effects of this are paranoia, delusion, you basically go fucking crazy. Another side effect people don't talk about too much is that you get sober.